Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have two great recipes for you for the ultimate budget meal prep. All right, if you're new here, hello, I'm Claire, welcome. Come on in. I am the self-proclaimed budget queen, and of course, that follows through in all of my areas of life, and especially with cooking and food. If you like that sort of content, make sure you hit that subscribe button because I love to do not only recipes, cooking, and food content, but also frugal lifestyle and budgeting content as well. These two recipes are each around $1 per serving, which is so good. I bought all of my ingredients at Aldi. I find the best deals are always at Aldi, but most other stores have like mostly comparable prices, but I think you'll get the best deal at Aldi. I'm very partial to Aldi. All right, let's just get right into these meal prep recipes. All right, my first recipe are for these delicious chicken legs. I scored these $2 off chicken legs at Aldi. I love those red stickers. And we're going to have this with some brown rice and some sweet potatoes. This is going to be like a full meal. And this recipe actually is from my mom. She used to make this chicken when we were little. And it actually has just 1 cup of ketchup and 1 cup of soda. You can use Diet Coke, Dr. Pepper, anything like that. So very economical. That whole thing of ketchup was only $1.45, and we used 1 cup, which costs only 36 cents. And the Coke was $3.99 for the 12-pack, and I only used 1 can. Less than a can, but I still counted the can, and that was only 33 cents. And this makes a really flavorful sauce for your chicken. My mom used to cook it in the slow cooker, but I decided to use it on legs today. Now, generally speaking, legs and thighs are often the cheapest parts of the chicken. I know I had that great $2 off coupon, which brought this chicken down to only $2.72 for all of this chicken. But generally speaking, you can get legs at most places for around 99 cents a pound, sometimes a little bit more. Sometimes you can get them for less than that, but that's a really average sort of price for them. I'm just pouring my mixture over my chicken legs, and now I've got a tablespoon of brown sugar. This brown sugar was only $1.39 for the whole package, and I'm only using 3 cents worth of brown sugar, so a great deal. Next, I have some sweet potatoes. This whole bag of sweet potatoes was $2.59. There's 10 potatoes in there. I'm going to be using 2 potatoes, so that is 52 cents worth of potatoes. I definitely love a sweet potato. They're a little bit more nutritious than your regular potatoes, and that's a way to definitely increase the nutritional value of your meal. And I'm just, roughly cubing these up and throwing them in my little baking tray. Next, I am using some olive oil, but you don't have to. Use whatever oil you have around. You could use butter, you could use canola oil, whatever spices you want to use what you have. You don't need to buy anything special for this recipe. I actually have a big rosemary bush in my garden, so I just clipped some rosemary off. But if you have like a silicone baking mat, you don't need any oil. At least put some salt and pepper on there, but garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, any of those spices you have laying around, spice it with what you want. And the great part about this is the chicken and the potatoes cook at the same temperature for the same amount of time. I'm throwing them in there for 40 minutes at 400 degrees. Now I'm going to be cooking my rice. This is quick cook brown rice, and this is actually the organic Simply Nature variety from Aldi. And this rice is only $2.89 for the bag. It's actually their cheapest brown rice that they carry, so I thought that was interesting, that the organic version was actually the best deal. And I'm just cooking this according to the package directions. I'm making 2 cups, so that came out to $1.16 worth of rice. And yeah, I just threw a little salt and a little oil in there, but make rice how you like. If you have a rice cooker, or if you like to use your Instant Pot, make the rice how you want. Now that my chicken is done, and of course my potatoes, I'm going to take them out of the oven, and I'm actually going to combine my rice and my potatoes together. You don't have to do this, and you could also pick a different vegetable if you wanted as well. But I thought that that great rosemary flavor would just really make the rice taste amazing. And now I'm just going to assemble it. I got these meal prep containers off of Amazon. I'll leave a link to them down below. I've been really happy with them. And I'm making sure to ladle a little bit of that sauce from the chicken on top just to keep them moist. And I can really pack this full of rice. Those 2 cups made a ton of rice. And because this is going to be my husband's lunches for the week, I'm making 5 of them, and it was, very easy to put together and easy to store. And there we go. 5 healthy, filling lunches. Alright, you guys, my next recipe is for this delicious chicken burrito. These are all great ingredients from Aldi, but they are common ingredients that you could buy at any store. I'm starting out with my chicken. This bag of boneless, skinless chicken breasts at Aldi is a great deal. You get 3 pounds in this bag for $5.85. I'm going to be using half a pound of chicken, so just one of these little breasts, and that is going to be 98 cents worth of chicken. And I just thawed that out, and I'm going to cube it. Cubing it is going to make it cook a lot faster, and also it's going to be a lot more flavorful because the spices that we're going to add will be able to be on like all sides of it instead of just one giant chicken breast. And now I am going to heat up some oil in a pan. You could use a nonstick. You could skip the oil. There's lots of ways to just cook some chicken, but I prefer to use olive oil. And I'm just going to cook it on all sides. I'm not cooking it all the way through quite yet, but just making sure it's turned white on all of the sides. Now I'm going to add in my can of black beans. This whole can was 50 cents. I did drain it first. And I'm just adding that in. I'm also going to add my can of tomatoes with chilies. These are so good. I add these to all sorts of recipes at Aldi. It's such a good deal. This can is only 55 cents, and it adds a ton of flavor. Now, I know 1 chicken breast for 5 meals seems like not enough meat. And one trick to really cutting down the cost of your meals is to cut down on meat or to just add other fillers to kind of spread it out. We have plenty of protein here with those beans, and adding a 50-cent can of beans to this really stretches that meat out. So you still get your little bits of meat in your burrito with all the nutrition without having to spend a ton of money on putting a whole chicken breast in each burrito. I went ahead and added my taco mix here. The taco mix is only 39 cents, and I did have to cook it for a few more minutes to make sure that the chicken was cooked all the way through and for some of that liquid to evaporate. Now I have a block of cheese. I have opted to go with a sharp cheddar, extra sharp cheddar. This cheese is only $1.69 a brick at Aldi, and I'm only using half of it. So only 85 cents worth of cheese here. And the reason I go for a sharp cheddar is because if I'm only using a little bit of cheese, I want it to have the most flavor possible. Now I'm spreading this entire can of refried beans over 5 tortillas. The tortillas are only $1.29 for an 8-pack, and since I'm only using 5, that comes out to 81 cents worth of tortillas. The refried beans are a good deal too, 79 cents, and I am definitely going to use that whole can. This is just going to bump up the protein factor. It's going to make us a lot more full after we eat these big burritos. And now I'm just assembling them, being sure that I don't put too much filling in at first, just to make sure that I have enough for all of them. And a trick I like to do when I'm meal prepping tortillas, I used to wrap them in foil, and my husband would actually kind of have a hard time taking them to work and microwaving them. Obviously, you can't microwave foil, but if you take the burrito out of the foil, sometimes it can get soggy really easily. So I found that wrapping them in a paper towel and then in some parchment paper makes for a not super soggy reheated burrito. And now I'm just stashing these in my stasher bag and throwing them in the freezer. That way these will be good next week and beyond. All right, you guys, if you are following along with those recipes, The first one, that full chicken meal that had the 2 chicken legs, the rice, and a little bit of veg, so like all the food groups are represented there. For that entire amount of food, I only paid $5.12. That is amazing. You definitely could use that recipe to feed like your family of 5. You wouldn't have to just use that as like a meal prep lunch situation. That could definitely be used in other ways, but I just did it that way today. And that means that each serving was $1.02. I really was impressed with the deals that I got on that chicken and how I made that work for such a small amount of money. So hopefully I can inspire you to do the same. Try some chicken legs, they're always cheap. And the second recipe that I did, those delicious chicken burritos, those came out to $4.87 for all of them, which actually is only 97 cents per serving. And honestly, you guys, for $1, think of like the Taco Bell burritos or like the gas station frozen burritos that you get. There is no way you could get a better burrito for 97 cents than the one we just made. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I inspired you to maybe make some of your meals ahead, maybe save yourself a little bit of money, keep yourself from going through the drive-thru or ordering takeout on a busy day or evening. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Are there any meals that you regularly meal prep? I'd love to hear what you do with your family. And of course, come on back for more, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!